first visited the Numarine shipyard about 4 years ago. Armed with a GoPro and a bucket full of enthusiasm, I toured the facility with Ali Tanir, who at the time was a marketing consultant for the company. Since then, I've put together a team of professional videographers. Ali has become the head of international sales for the shipyard, and Numarine has had such great success with their eye-catching XP Explorer yachts that they now focus solely on this model range. Not only that, but the company that's enabled me to put together the greatest team of videographers in the yachting industry, Northrop & Johnson, have very recently entered into an agreement with Numarine to be the exclusive brokerage house for sales in the European Economic Area countries. Now this is very exciting news, so I really wanted to come here so that I could show you behind the scenes of what I consider to be a truly unique yacht builder. When I say unique, this is a great example and really encapsulates the work methods of the Numarine shipyard. This is a whiteboard room, and workers in this part of the shipyard will take a look inside every morning before they start work. Each day, each department, and each worker know exactly what's expected of them. But I was especially impressed with this. This part of the whiteboard room is dedicated for workers to give their suggestions as to methods and procedures can be improved. But just look at the effort that management has gone into to ensure that workers do give those suggestions. Each suggestion is added to a list, and each list is put under a different department. Then they're color-coded. So if you made a suggestion, you can see that the suggestion is in red. That means that the management and the various departments are considering what you've suggested. If it's yellow, it's been thought about, but for some reason it just can't be adopted. And then the green indicates that your suggestion was great, it's been considered and it's now going to be put into practice. It doesn't end there though, because then points are given to various suggestions. Now you may think that you only get points if your suggestion is adopted. That's not the case at all, because some suggestions are actually great ideas. It's just that for some reason they can't be put into practice. So you get points nonetheless. And those points then result in financial bonuses. Then around here we can see that somebody has suggested perhaps a different kind of pipework. So all the various departments will come together, take a look at it. It may be that Cabinetry, for example, says, we like it, but this could be damaging to the cabinetry, not a great idea. So this is an all-inclusive suggestion process. As we move around the whiteboard room, we find some worker efficiency charts showing how much time workers in a department are actually in the shipyard working, how much time they're traveling, how much time they're away working elsewhere, and how much time they're doing courses. And the education and professional formation of workers is clearly very important too. The fourth wall, in fact, is dedicated to updating courses that the staff here can attend. Green post-it pads give details of courses associated to improving the quality of work. Salmon-coloured notes are for health and safety courses, and orange are for self-development. The shipyard offer English lessons, for example. Finally, the pink notes that you see are for orientation courses for new employees. Numarine pride themselves on having various in-house departments, and I was shown their upholstery shop, where real leather and fabrics are cut to size for interior and exterior furnishings. It may seem like a small thing, but I've been on many yachts where exterior cushions don't quite fit the seat. So to be able to just step outside of the upholstery area and onto the yacht to check the fitting must be a great advantage. Cabinetry and joinery too is all done in-house, and this is in fact one of the larger departments of the shipyard. And stainless steel. An element that does differentiate a high-end yacht from even a luxury cruise liner. It's all made in-house. While I visited, I noticed one worker carefully ensuring that the swim ladder could easily pull out from its housing. Again, this is something that in most shipyards is outsourced work, and I can't help thinking that workers will have a greater sense of pride in their work if they're in the same facility that sees the yacht built to completion. Here too, there's another chart showing days that the department has gone without an accident. Each green section denotes an accident-free day. If something minor happens, like a cut finger, the section's coloured yellow. If it results in a day off work or more, then the section's red. Let's take a look at the heart of the production though, and to do that, I'd remind you that Numarine has a product range including the 22XP, a starter-sized explorer yacht with 4 staterooms all located below deck. And the 26XP, again offering a 4 stateroom layout. Now both of these yachts are built from GRP and both have a versatile hull shape. With smaller engines, a keel and a bulbous bow, they offer outstanding range. Or you can take them without those appendages and fit bigger engines for greater speed. I did particularly want to show you this though, because when you're building a GRP yacht to a high standard, it's not just a question of put a bit of fiberglass, slap some resin on, Bob's your uncle, hope for the best. There's a very precise formula that the workers work towards, and then this is the next process. This is actually a vacuum system to vacuum any possible air voids out of the fiberglass. Air voids are absolutely the enemy of fiberglass construction. They result in blisters, osmosis, absolute disaster. So by doing this, they suck all of their air out, resulting in a much finer and much stronger final product. It really is the benchmark of a quality GRP builder. I especially wanted to show you this because this is the deck mold for the 26XP. And you can see the workers here carefully cutting the fiberglass, applying the resin, making sure that everything fits right into the corners so you have a beautiful finish at the end, so that when it pops out and is attached to the hull, it all looks absolutely perfect. The larger yachts are all built with steel hulls and GRP superstructures. These include the 32XP, the 37XP that was actually nominated for the Boat International World Superyacht Awards this year, and the awesome 45XP. Numarine are so committed to this project that they are in fact building a shipyard on the coast just outside Istanbul to facilitate launching it. During the visit, I saw every conceivable step of GRP yacht building. This huge CNC cutting machine, one of the largest in Europe in fact, is fed data from CAD drawings of a hull and cuts foam to the exact shape of the hull. From this, a plug is made that is in effect a life-sized replica of the hull, and from the plug a mould is created. And this is the plug for one of their superstructures. You can see it's an actual life-sized replica of the superstructure. You have the space for the windows there, huge windows here, and from this
the mould will be made from which the superstructure will be popped out.
Workers at the shipyard were busy laying up these moulds for hulls and superstructure with a precise formula of resin and fiberglass. And when their work's completed, the actual hull, the superstructure, or whatever other composite part it is, will detach from the mould.
For example, this is the mould for the hull of a 26 XP, and you really get a sense of the size of it when you're standing here. Just a few days before we were filming, the actual hull was inside the mould and it was popped out, and now it's in construction.
Shall we?
Yep, I'll follow you.
So this is 22 XP number 4. It's a repeat client. This is their 5th Numarine. They own a 26 XP already, and yes, and they wanted to have a second one, so they are getting the 22 XP from us too.
So they have a 26 and a 22.
They are keeping the 26 also. Family is a big family, Turkish family, so they need more space. So that's why they are keeping the both of them together.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is, you know, in together it is 46 XP. So if you add it together. So as you know, in Numarine we give you all the customization. So they choose their own veneer, they choose their own lacquer, they choose their own parquet. And she's getting to ready, and I showed you outside we have the countdown. In 14 days this boat is going to be launched, and she's going to be starting with the sea trials, commissioning of the engines, commissioning of the generators, and then in 2 weeks they're going to start their cruising.
So literally 1 month, 2 weeks left in the shipyard, 2 weeks
Yes,
in
exactly.
the water with sea trials.
Yes, everything, and then it will be delivered to the owners. This is the main saloon. Again, big windows. Pop-up TV this time is behind there. Normally it's this part on the 26 XP. We are trying to give as much as cabinets as always. We are trying to give more storage areas to the owners. And again, it's, as you can see, it's flash, it's flat, is nothing. Dining table is coming here. And then on the port side, we have one downstairs going for 3 cabins, or either it can be 2 cabins, because 22 XP we are offering 3 cabin layout and 4 cabin layout. This is a 4 cabin layout again. So this one is going down with the owner's cabin, 1 VIP and 1 guest cabin. And then on the bow we have the private VIP cabin, all this.
So you have separate entrances?
Yes, we did this on purpose, because with this separate, once we separated them, we reduced the area that we need to give for the lobby, for the corridor.
Oh, sure.
So with that space, we gain it to 1 more extra room.
Gotcha. So if you don't have to put a corridor to the
Exactly.
cabins, you have bigger cabins.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
You lose a tiny bit of space here, but for what you gain in the cabin space, it's worth it.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is our galley. It's a very decent galley. The size, again with big window, a lot of storage areas even on the top. We even
very good head height as well. I mean, the final ceiling will be about here, won't it?
Yeah, about here. And we try to give as much as possible. For example, this is a very dead space. But if once, it's a nice preparation area, even for a quick breakfast for the crew.
Yep.
So they don't need to think of what am I going to eat, how am I going to do things.
And how many crew do you have on the 22?
2, but you can go up to 3 if you want to.
I think for a lot of people, 2 crew on a 22 meter is...
I think it's more than enough. Because 22 XP is a self-cruising boat. So most of the owners are self-cruising, so they want 2 helpers. Which is, I think, it is very common and it's very unique and it's very nice. We created an optional second fridge here. So you, as 26 XP, you're going for an additional fridge, which we flashed with the corridor, with the wall. So
nicely hidden.
It is nicely hidden. It is, and Wheelhouse. Again, it's very nice and unique. The height is very good for cruising.
Numarine is the standard, I think.
Numarine is our standard. Numarine is our standard electronics. Then we have Cmc Stabilizers. On the 22 XP, our stabilizer is not standard. On the 26, yes. On the 22, it is optional. But most of our clients are going for it.
And are these fin stabilizers?
Fin stabilizers. We use only fin stabilizers.
And they also work at anchor?
Anchor, yes. They have cruising, adaptive, and anchor. So it is, you can have it in 3 modes. It's a very nice equipment to use. This is going to be a fast hull. So she's going to be a planing hull. So she has MANs. Normally our standard engines, Cummins are smaller and more economical. And again, it's a nice L-shaped seating. So 2 crew, when you don't want them, they can get disappeared here easily.
Yeah. And I love the forward raking because it just gives it like a proper, serious, explorer yacht feel to it, doesn't it?
This is our intention.
This is your VIP cabin.
This is VIP, and it is our standard VIP. So we are trying to give, as you know, as much as possible. It's a nice huge door, as you can see once you close it's a beautiful VIP, big windows, nice light interior.
And is the interior design done by your in-house team?
Yes, our in-house team. Our in-house team and John Yalman is always creating the concept. Then if the owner wants, we try to get some advices from them, their choices and everything. But on the 26 and 22, we like to be private with our own designs. Sure. On the 37s and 32s, owners are trying to work with their own designers, which is acceptable. But on the 22 and 26, we would like to do it ourselves because it is more complicated, yes.
Yeah. Well, it adds a lot of time onto the build, doesn't it? Because suddenly you've got another link in the chain, which is the designer.
Oh, that's most of the, unfortunately, great points, David, because most of the time people, they don't get it. And they really question why. Okay, I'll get my boat 2 weeks later or 4 weeks later, but it's not that. Numarine is a factory. We don't call ourselves shipyard. We call ourselves factory. You know that. Sure. Because in our factory, you've been with us for a long time. You know that we are continuously building. And today we walked around with you around the factory. You saw that we have a master plan. We even change our just-in-time production because of the supply chain issues right now, because we need to launch boats back to back. And
so 4 weeks late.
Might be
fine for the buyer, but for the next person in the line, they don't want to be 4 weeks
exactly.
late.
Why should they have to wait for another owner because he wants his things for 4 weeks? No.
And suddenly, if you've got 2 or 3 clients all insisting on using their own designer, it adds up.
We normally, right now, we're kindly saying no. Yeah. Or we are saying, let's find a midway, but if they really insist, we are saying that, okay, then we are not our product is not good for you then. So, but
whereas with the 37, you have a bigger margin of time, you can work around it, maybe even factor in the fact there'll probably be an interior.
Even that time, we are giving them a very difficult time. People, especially designers and some owners, they hate me because I'm giving them pressure saying that it is time for you to choose, it is time, we are being late and this and that. But even on the 37, the advantage is it's a big process and it's a big boat. And during the build process, we can still gain some time from other areas and we can still give but we are still saying that in 12 weeks after the kill late, every choice needs to be done. Yeah. But on the 37, they have the privilege of saying that, okay, don't give me any saloon, I'm going to make loose furniture, for example. Then it's say, okay, no problem. Yeah, it's okay for me. These are the advantages, but on the 26 and 22, we can't do that, and we're not doing it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. With this small lobby, we're gaining an extra room, a double.
And actually, it doesn't matter because you literally take one step and you're in your cabin.
Exactly. Here, for example, that's a very spacious VIP.
Yeah, 22-meter yacht.
It's a 22 meter with 2 VIPs, 2 decent VIPs, 1 guest cabin and 1 owners. So, have to say, it is decent. And 3-cabin version is these 2 cabins, they join together, and this one becomes another full beam suite. That one is the owner's, and then you have really big 3 cabins. Some can prefer that also. And here we come to the owners. I love this cabin, for example. This is a gorgeous owner's cabin. Yeah, with all the wood details and everything. It is really spacious. Look at the size of the bed, all the details. And what I really like, we are working hard to improve ourselves. So big wardrobes, but it will be a headache when you do the openings like this. So our department immediately finds a new product.
Very good. This is why I wanted you to show me the boats, because I would never have spotted that.
Yeah. So it immediately, we keep working, we keep searching, and we keep, thanks to, at the same time, I have to be honest with you, Ömer Malaz, our CEO, is our biggest advantage because he's a boat user. Yeah. He uses his boat, he spends time, he comes weekends, comes with notes, he finds out, because living on the boat makes the whole difference.
Sure. Very good.
Same.
So in feet, 22 meters with
72. 70.
It's a 72
It's
foot
a
yacht.
70, yeah, 70.
You've
70.
packed a lot in.
Oh yeah, that's...
And this is with the bigger engines as well. When you put the smaller engines, does that change the size of the engine room? So it's still
It's same, but yeah, I make a joke. When you step into a standard Cummins engines, it's like they forget to put the engines in. She's super quiet, super fuel efficient. What else you need? You know, David, there's as a sales, there are lots of great sailors in the world with sailboats, and they like the concept of sailboats, but they're over their 60s now, 70 years old, and it is getting painful for their knees to go down, up, and they need some spaces. 22 XP and 26 XP is really targeting those clients because it's a beautiful boat. It is cruising is fantastic. I was talking to Ömer Malaz, and because he was using a 78 hardtop with 1600s twin, and you know he was doing almost 40 knots. So I asked him what changed, because right now you're doing only 10 knots, 9 knots on the cruising. He said, "Oh, it's fantastic because there's no shouting, no hold it, we're going for another an hour." And this, right now they're on the flybridge, they can enjoy their lunch, wine and everything. 2 hours later, 3 hours later, they are where they want to be. The boating changed. It is not anymore fast, big engines and I can go there anytime. No, it is now how much quality time and quiet time and green time, because consuming less is also greener. Is becoming the new thing right now in the boating industry.
People buy a yacht to be with their family, to relax, to have a good time, to unwind, not necessarily to do 40 knots.
And also
all
the time that you spend has changed. It used to be once you jump on the boat, you need to do all the stops together with the boat. Right now, you jump on the boat, you fly back office. Boat can cruise slowly to your next time you can fly back over there, because now there are lots of flights available. It's not, it used to be 10 years ago anymore, 15 years ago. So boating has changed. And luckily we are we are the leaders in that change. So
Great.
This is what I love on the 22 XP. We have two, two blocks here, and then you open them and they became a seat.
Ah, nice.
It's a great feature.
So this swim platform, this is a fixed swim platform?
No, it's all our platforms are hydraulics. They go in the sea, they go up. So all our standard is hydraulic platform.
So you put a tender on here.
Always we use the tender here, because putting a crane there, it's going to be 400 kilos or 300 kilos maximum. But this is a 600, 700 kilo of a tender, so you can easily...
I think personally as well, this is a safer way of launching a tender.
Definitely.
Because you're dangling it from a crane. It can swing backwards and forwards.
And what I really like about being here, it is less work for the crew.
Yes.
Because it's already in the water. You just come on board and then you pick it up. Yeah. Even if it's not adjusted, you can just put it, float it a little bit more and then pick it up, fix and start continue.
So what size tender could you get on here?
It's approximately 5 meter again.
No, you can get a 5 meter tender
yes,
on here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a sales point in itself, isn't it?
Exactly.
5 meter tender
5
on
meter,
a,
for
on a
80, clean for 80, clean for 20, let's say, but it is a big tender.
Well, it's pretty much the beam of the yacht, isn't it? What's the beam on this?
6.
Yeah, so you can get a 5 meter, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The only issue you may have is the width.
That's becoming the only problem. Can I show you the engine room?
Please do.
Here we have the crew's area also. So we got 2 bunk beds for the crew, separate shower and toilets. Yeah. And so this is, for example, this owner, they wanted to have the third. So this is a mess, crew mess, but also we did a little modification. So the third one is going to be able to sleep here. Right. And then they have their own TV and they have their washing machine and a cabinet here. For example, for me, my usage will be here a fridge and a freezer. Yeah. And then I can easily have, or washing machine and a deep freeze, or a freezer again, but then two cabins and some air, crew mess for the crew. That will be ultimate.
And actually, from a crew point of view, a young guy working on a yacht to sit here with the door open, with the sea there, eating his sandwiches, or his kebab perhaps, it's not a bad lifestyle,
No,
is it?
it is. And if you, even on some old big boats, you don't used to have that big hatches.
No.
So they have daylight in their cabin, they have big cabinets here, both of them. So we are trying to give, because we know happy crew, happy owner. Yeah. So. Yes, sir, big ones. But even with the big ones, the engine room is still okay.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I did wonder about that when you said that the engine room is the same size, but I guess this is an engine room built for these engines, and if you put the smaller ones in, you just gain extra space.
No, we built our boats for small standard engines. Right. Yeah, but of course we are always studying the big ones too. To make sure, but still a very nice size. Your chillers are there, your water maker, generator is there, your second generator is here, your water maker is there, so everything is reachable. It's under construction, so it looks a little bit messy right now, but it's going to be perfect when the time comes. Here we are.
Wow, that's impressive, isn't it? When you see it like this.
Yeah. When you see it every day, you get used to it, but it is not.
Because it's almost like being outside a small office block.
Yeah. No, especially when you carry it, because it is another story to be able to carry those things to the seaside. We carry it in 3 nights, 4 days. So sometimes we have to stop next to some apartments. And you see...
Yeah, then you see this next to an apartment.
Then you say, wow, we're doing something really big though.
Pretty big.
Yeah. This is the beach club, our famous beach club.
It's huge, isn't it? Really huge.
Yeah. It is a beautiful area. And the feedback that we receive from our owners, they really love spending their time on the beach club. Yeah.
So you'll have a big door, and I can see where the pin goes in there, so it just folds down.
We got pins, it folds. You have an L-shaped seat here with a nice wet bar with an ice maker, fridge. Behind it's lockers for the toys, life jackets and everything. And it becomes, you have shade here, so it becomes a hot point. for being on the
You'll have one of these at the Cannes Boat Show.
Last year we had it in the Cannes. This year we're going to have another one also.
Yeah.
So we'll keep bringing.
If the space allows, it'd be great if you have this open.
No, in Cannes it will be open.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, we get our space accordingly. Yeah. We want to have our.
Yeah, so you can really show off what a great area it is.
Yeah. We change here the layout a little bit. I'm sure maybe you can remember, but we have a day head here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Then we used to have the Atlas converter here, which was really heating up the space. Yeah. So we moved the Atlas converter inside here to the technical room, and we changed. We put a combo unit here for the washing the wet towels and everything.
And the benefit of people watching the video, an Atlas shore power converter allows you to cruise pretty much worldwide, doesn't it?
It is worldwide. Once you're in Europe, but you're an American boat, plug in shore power, all boats still be 110. You don't need to worry about everything. Or you're a European boat, but you're in Bahama, in States, in Florida,
again, plug in,
and then all boat will be 220, and your shore power converter sorts out everything.
So all you have to do, or your captain has to do, is plug in.
Exactly.
So Ali, will there be a bulkhead here?
No.
So this is still open.
This will be the door.
So the day head.
This is the day head. Door is here. So it's a corridor like this to the engine room, because this is the storage.
But there will be a bulkhead here.
Here, there will be a
here, and then a corridor, and then the door to the day head.
Yes, sir. All this door, and this door, they're all watertight door because of the Rena class. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing to see. I was going to see an engine room with no engines in, or the engines just sunk down very low.
We are really putting the engines at the last phase. Yeah. We have availability to do that. That's why we are still working without the engines, so we can work freely. Then our hatches, our hatch allows us to drop our engines from upper deck to main salon and main salon to here. And it's always, we keep them like that after the delivery also. It's easier to operate. Instead of try to cut the steel or anything, it is easier to cut only your parquet and your, your teak. Yeah. Then your engines will be out if it's necessary.
This is good to show, Slava. This is what's called a soft patch. So it means that, first of all, if the engines arrive later than you would want them to be with the production schedule, it doesn't matter, because you just drop them in here, rotate them, fit them into place. But the important thing as well, if you have a major malfunction of an engine,
or generator,
with a lot of steel holes, you have to cut in the side of the hull to get the engine out. But with this, you don't. You just, I mean, as you rightly say, you have to cut the parquet, but it's a lot better to do that than cut in the side of the hull.
And because our technical boss, Malcolm Hutchinson, is always planner and thinker in advance, so this is one of his leads. So worst case scenario, always think about the worst case scenario. Cutting the side of the hull is creating big troubles with the class. big rebuild.
Not to mention the repaint and painting a 37 metre.
$500,000
at least.
Yeah.
You really get an idea of the size.
Immediately, right?
What's the beam on this?
8 meters, like 32.
Oh, the 32 also has an 8 metre beam.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're both on the same technical platform. It's just the length. Once you get in, you immediately start feeling the size.
Ipek was saying you had a client who came to buy a 32 and then he saw the 37.
Two clients now. One is a gentleman who was not thinking 37 at all, 32, but he wants to squeeze a lot of things. And then I said, whatever you need is on the 37. So he was, so it's 3 in fact. So they upgraded to 37. Then we have another client in Cannes Boat Show last year, same. That one is Ömer Malat said, I'm super happy once still someone is looking after for our 32. And then he realized that he can get the 37 because 37 is really big. Then last year again at the American Boat Show, a client came and he didn't want to even hear about 37 because 32 was even too big for him. But once he stepped on the 37, he was like, okay, let's get a 37.
There's certainly a lot of space. And I love the fact that you've got the big windows all the way down.
Big windows. Here you got.
So that kind of stops you from putting too much cabinetry. I guess your cabinetry goes here.
In our standard, we have a cabinetry here, and then we have a big L shape. But like I said, most of the owners now, they are willing to bring their own stuff, own loose furnitures. And on the 37, once you deliver them a big space like this, they are really happy to fulfill with their own loose furnitures. But anyhow, even they bring the loose furniture, we don't say, we don't care. We fix the loose furniture on board because we don't want, loose furniture losing around in the bad weather conditions because you never know what's going to happen in the bad season, right? So additionally, we have another door on the port side, can be completely open. So your dining table is here. So once, for example, in bad weather, it's a windy day, for example, you open this one and you still be protected from the wind, but you're going to be still feeling like you're sitting outside because this door will be completely open. Then you have glass there. So it's perfectly
lovely.
Lovely, yeah.
Lovely, that's a great design. I can't wait to see it at the Cannes Boat Show.
Cannes Boat Show number 6 is going to be in Cannes Boat Show, which is cruising. They are very similar to each other.
And this is number 7.
This is number 7. Here, remember on the 32XB, we used to have a gym.
I do remember that, yeah.
Some clients now, they have came up with a better idea for their usage. And they are extending their cabinets here till here, right? So it's additional walk-in closets. And then leaving the space open as lobby.
I like that.
I really like that also. It is because the side ladder is there, sideboarding ladder is there. So instead of your guests walking back, they're taking less steps and coming into a lobby.
Yeah. You can have the crew here waiting with the hot towels, and then take their suitcases.
Take the suitcases, welcome them into their living room, or take them to their room immediately. Lobby idea is a little bit better idea, frankly.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Even one owner has this one as a walk-in closet here, and outside he put a nice L-shape, a little desk, because he said it's a fantastic place for him to work.
Yeah.
Shut the door, nobody is allowed. Yeah. Beautiful big windows.
Yeah, plenty of light.
Beautiful lighting.
Yeah.
Day head.
So the day head's here.
This is the day head. It's standard like on 32 and 37. And this is I don't know how are we going to call this one because you're not allowed to call it master cabins anymore.
Owners.
This is not the owner's but.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. Owners is upstairs. So this is VIP.
The super VIP.
Head VIP. Super VIP, yeah. This room, what I always talk to the clients or potential buyers, this room is for elderly family members.
So they don't have to
They don't have to go upstairs, downstairs. It's all flash, no steps, so you don't need to worry about anything. So they can be in their bed here, toilet is there, they have a fridge, a coffee machine there. So
and the main closets.
Main closet, this is the closet. So this is their closet. Right now it is protective and hidden, but this is the closet. Then they're gonna have a walk-in closet here also. So it's a fantastic size room.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And it's flush, no steps.
Massive amounts of light coming in.
Oh yeah, big windows. And
I guess you have electric blinds for
electrical blinds,
nighttime.
See-through blinds. We're delivering all of them. Yeah. But what I really would like to show you is on this one, and on number 6 you're going to see is the big difference we made. So this is a VIP cabin, which is our standard cabin, with the bathroom at the back. It's on the starboard, on the port side. We can share with you the images. This is going to be the entertainment room, TV room, cinema room, right?
Ah, you're going to have a cinema in here?
Yeah, we're putting an 85-inch TV, a nice sofa, L-shaped sofa, ice maker, fridge, and it is being...
So that was the owner's request. He wanted to have the owner's stateroom on the upper deck.
Yes.
Keep the main deck stateroom for VIP guests.
Yes, and
turn
then
this into a cinema room.
Yeah, and it is number 6 has it, number 7 has it, and it really makes the whole difference because kids or yourself or you have a game to watch, right? Yeah. Instead of being on the main saloon and get distracted, come downstairs. You have your fridge, you have your ice maker, you sit here, quietest part of the yacht. So fantastic place to make it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes, sir. And big difference on the number 5 when we walk around with you on Cannes Boat Show, we didn't have this room, but these are again guest cabins, doubles. This room is the big change from number 6, 7, 8, all of them having this one. So this door is same look with the corridor, so it's wallpaper. It looks like a hidden door. Once you open it, it's the laundry room.
Oh.
And it has a connection with the crew area.
So the crew can go straight from the crew quarters.
Crew quarters, do all the cleaning and laundry and get lost. You don't see anyone with dirty towels, sheets or anything.
Yeah. So by the time you've had your breakfast on the aft deck, they've nipped into your cabin, tidied everything up.
Exactly. And I think on a 37 meter this size, it was very crucial to have it, and we managed to have it thanks to our owners and our designers and our team. So we have 2 stacked together washers and dryers, ventilated, so all ventilation system is here, so they are serious.
Are many of these on the charter market?
None of them yet.
Really? It'd make a great charter.
I know, but our owners they love their boats. And what we can offer here in this room, for example, number 6 at Cannes Boat Show, you're going to see, we have a small bathroom, a nice cabinet, and then an extra bed with some storage area. That extra bed, it can be used for a pilot, for a nanny, for a guest who came on board and don't have enough space. This one, for example, wanted to have a folding area, folding space, a lot of storage, and then they're going to have 1, 2, 3 more freezers and fridges for long cruises.
Wow.
Yes. So we offer this kind of customization to the owners, frankly.
But then a 37 meter steel-hulled yacht is probably going to spend a lot of time out at sea. So it's good to have all of that extra.
This is our intention. This is why we are trying to. That's why we call her explorer. We want them to be out in the sea to explore. Yeah. That's why we build this is how we configure the engines. We are telling everybody, she's with 8.4 knots. She's consuming around less than 50 liters an hour.
On a 37 meter.
On a 37 meter yacht. Yes, 8.4 is a slow, but okay, you're cruising. You don't even feel that you're cruising. So you can still enjoy your life. And then when you have enough fridges and you have laundry, and then you have your team working for you, you don't need to go back. And the whole system on the boat, you have heaters, so if one is failed, you can just change the plug and you go to the next one. If something happens, there's always a backup. Redundancy is the key factor that we're building all our XPs.
Fantastic. So I guess crew through here?
Crew. So, kolay gelsin. Çıkabilirsiniz, çıkacaksınız, çıkın. Sağ olun. So here it is, we have a U-shape seat here, so for the crew, and then 1, 2, and 3 doubles for the crew. And when we go upstairs, I'm going to show you the captain is upstairs.
Captain on
on the upper deck, next to the wheelhouse. Yeah. So from the downstairs, you're coming to the lobby again, and the captain's wheelhouse. This is the door where you have the owner's cabin.
Right. Oh, so, yes, of course.
This is the full owner's cabin with owner's cabinet, bathroom. So it will be his and hers.
Oh, wow. It's a big bathroom.
It is. His and hers, and the shower in the middle. Yeah. And then we're having this beautiful area here again.
Yeah, no, I get this.
I had 2 clients who was having big question marks of having their owner's cabin up here. And they were really, "Oh, I don't know." Now they're saying me, nobody can touch my room because it's so quiet, so private, and it is really spacious. Look at all the windows and the glass. Once you're docked and your lines are in the beautiful bay, for example, you're tied from your stern, a beautiful mountain, for example, you wake up and all you see is the full mountain view of yours. So
amazing.
it is.
Then you can just literally out of bed, have your breakfast on the aft deck there.
If you want to, yeah. You have your fridge here, you have your ice maker here, you have your coffee machine here, so you can just make your own coffee. And
I'd have a bell for the crew.
Do you really want to see their faces the first thing in the morning?
Well, no, they can leave it out there and then disappear.
Before you ask, let me tell you right away. As you know, I'm sure you realized during your walks through, we are always building our ceilings and our floors floating.
Yes. Yeah.
So even on the exterior, as you can see, we are separating the teak from the hull itself.
Yeah. So and that's for the vibration.
Vibration, sounds. So this is how we can. So that's why these frames.
Here, will they have like a rubber?
We're going to add the rubber afterwards, and then the planks will come, and then the teak will come. So this is how you really reduce the sound, vibration, but most importantly is the sound. And the flybridge.
Nice big sun deck.
Yeah. Now with the extended hardtop, it's not anymore sun deck because it's a shade deck.
It's a shady deck.
Shady deck, but it's a fantastic area.
Yeah, you don't have a helm station up here, do
We
you?
have helm
Oh, you
station.
do?
Yes.
Oh, so it really is a flybridge, yeah.
Yes, it's a flybridge. Yeah. On the 37, as a standard, we have 5. Wheelhouse, flybridge, on the cockpits, docking stations, and then 2 wing stations. So we have 5 of them.
Oh, that's very good.
It is. It is.
I think it's good. It's unusual to see the option on a yacht as big as this to have a helm station outside on the sun deck, the flybridge.
In Europe and in Turkey, our captains really like to use it from here.
Yeah.
In European captains, they like it also.
Yeah, it's good for visibility, isn't it?
Oh,
Because
it
here
is.
you can really see what's going on. You've got a good view of your bow. Yeah, look at that. So with the bowers, you don't do wing stations up here though.
No,
They're on
wing
the main,
stations
they're on the upper deck.
on the upper deck.
With this new relationship between Numarine and Northrop & Johnson, I'm really delighted that I'll get the opportunity to film many of their yachts out at sea with a complete walkthrough video, the kind that you're used to seeing on this channel. But I do also firmly believe that when you're going to buy a yacht, you do need to see behind the scenes, who the builder is, how they build their yachts. And so from next month, I plan to come back here to document the entire construction of one of their steel-hulled yachts, right from cutting the first plate of steel all the way through to delivery on the ocean, and also one of their GRP yachts, all the way from cutting with the CNC machine to the sea, well, to the sea. It's an exciting opportunity, and this is an exciting company to work with, so make sure that you don't miss any of that great content by subscribing to this channel.
Oi.